Yo, 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 good morning. You guys know where we're going? You guys know where we're headed? To the surprise of absolutely nobody, London engulfed Asia. Where are we going? Where are we going? I jumped on a little bit late, so people will probably come on a little bit late. That's a little bit more violent than I expected. New 5-minute candle. Didn't quite close above that, and yet I think it's still valid to trade back into this and then probably even this area and just scoop up some more. But we'll see. This blue line is a 15-minute CSD spot. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That was actually quite the sweep. Woo! Very surprising. Really surprising. Do we just take everybody out? I think we might have.
Order submitted.
I'm gonna find out really quick. Very, very violent sell-off. I have a small stop on this, but I'm taking it as if it's gonna be a sweep and lift. A lot of intention if they're going to leave London. This feels a little bit sus. We'll see if we get our rally now. If not, then I'm flat. You know what? I'm flat. I'm flat. This was the area of the 50-minute CSD. I didn't like that this was extremely violent after this rally. So I think that we'll get a little bit of better... I think we'll get a little bit better. I think that I would definitely not be short. There's just a lot of risk for long. I just don't like how it's printing. But I do think we take London highs before anything happens. I just didn't like how that had traded into the 15-minute CSD area. Right? This is our 15 right now. It was having a lot of trouble failing or pushing above this, so took it off, but it looks like I'm going to regret that decision. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. If you guys are long, I think you're good as long as we close above this candle here at 2025. And then you'll probably expand to 639 plus. Yeah, I probably should have gone break even instead. I think my entry could have been a little bit better, closer to 600. I think it was like 602 or something like that. Or maybe it was even higher than that. What was it? I was in at 606. 606, yeah. So even there, that probably would have grabbed me out. But you guys are probably fine at 639 now. I'd be shocked if it didn't squeeze everybody. Hey, Bo, please tell me how you can divide those time frame segments in your chart. What are you talking about? We talking about like this? 606.50, same entry. There's your target. So those of you guys that held properly, I bailed out from the 15 just because of how violent this was. But again, like this, fine, that makes sense to me. This is nasty. Just immediate sell pressure, almost 30 points there, and then blasts. This is an indicator. This is this one. It's free. It's free. We got 4 minutes. If we CSD on the 15 in this internal movement, you could argue that well, I suppose it depends, right? This is a valid pullback. This is a structural zone, assuming we break and close above it, right? And then you've got probably this area here with a ton of volume, but this is just fine. Yeah, that's exactly how I trade as well. Like this to me doesn't make a lot of sense, but this is also like the morning, right? First 6 minutes in the morning. So this is your 5 minute candle opening, right? So you got your bullish engulfing candle. We trade back down. You're kind of looking at this here for strength candle wise, right? So that makes sense. I love that we got this here, but then the 5, I guess, just drove down. So I like the long, really like the long, and I probably should just put my stop underneath and held, and that would have been 40 points start the day, no problems. Right, but those of you guys that grabbed it, beautiful. It just it was just spooking me with how the 15 minute was reacting and how violent it was. Silly me. Silly me. And now we determine what goes on here. Again, we've got 3 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. It very well could close like down here, in which case we've taken London highs and this ends up being manipulation. If we end up respecting and holding here, then we probably get a retest of this. If not, then we're going to find out really, really quick. Really, really quick. Yeah. I mean, this to me was, the only reason I went long is because this is the 5 minute and the 5 minute was strong. So candlesticks wise, if we're looking at the 1 and 2 obsessed with the 1 minute, then this looks like, you know, we're going to get a lot of violent movement. The 1 minute CSD has to be here. Not even there, actually. It's got to be the lows itself. So it's not exactly like, it's not exactly like this is a bearish flip or anything. It's just very, very violent. Very, very violent. Here we are. You're 15 fighting to just stay bear or bullish rather, right? That level's like 601. Right, that 9:30 open. Morning, Matthias. You have your 1 minute CSD spot here as well. Major target. Hey, Ulysses, good to see you, man. Where you been hiding? Where you been hiding? Five seconds. Do we close bullish? Looks like we are. Okay. We had unemployment numbers this morning, I believe. 8:30, didn't we? We ran the low of it. We ran the low of it right at open, actually. Oh! Boom. Boom. What goes on? Still sitting. Still sitting, waiting. We'll watch for something a little bit more structural. Your 5 just kind of going sideways. Your 15's definitely showing signs of a range. We'll see if we sweep this low or not. There it goes. Let's. All right, so despite everything, we did fail 50-minute CSD and we took London highs. Oh, is that you? I was wondering who that guy was. Another giveaway? Yup. 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 What do we got here? If we're trading lower, where are we trading low to? Right? This, in reality, like this move, there's your midpoint there. Right? You could even argue that it should be from this, as this push was actually bearish and then disrespected, traded back into the midpoint or the midpoint of this, and then left in the morning. So we'll see if we get some sort of a movement from these 50s. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Hamza. We did a little bit of a Twitter thing. So I saw you guys that were following me and that did your post. We'll get you in for some extra entries today. Those of you guys that are still waiting on codes from yesterday, we have not received them yet, or else I would have sent them to you. By the way, you guys saw that ETF did a big promotion this morning as well, so they've been quite busy behind the scenes. Anybody watch the CSD video? Any of our guys? Anybody from school yet? Put an hour-long bit of content in there. Ironically, it's not even focused on entries. There's a lot of entries in there. We got some stuff in there, but it's mainly focused on direction, narrative, these flips that trade into things. Morning, bro. Morning, morning. It's on the list, yeah. It's on the list. Right, so sweeping underneath 15 minutes, sweeping underneath here. We're still technically bearish at the 15. Morning, Disnos. We'll see what goes on in this fractal. Objective already done higher. I think that we should trade lower for this at minimum. But we'll see what we end up getting. That high being 610. Morning, Astrophile. How you doing, bro? Ooh, this is violent. I would have liked to have seen something a little bit more violent out of this here, that blue line. We very well could be trading back up to that 15-minute CSD spot and then failing, and I think that's where a lot of sell pressure came in from, was here. But we're now inside of this again. I believe it's DTF accounts that they do. I want to short this. This makes sense to short, right? This is just very, very strong, and we snap through here. So in reality, we could be expecting like a trade back down to this, and then right? But like structurally, this isn't like a quality short. I think that this will be some area, and then if we're going to trade down to here, that's probably very possible. We'll see what goes on. News lows taken could have been in the objective. Absolutely. The news lows were taken twice. So that one here. What I like about this short is the midpoint of the big swing. But the problem with really like leaning on this and being like, this is our objective right there, is that we don't really have anything supporting it at all. Our 15 failed to CSD back bullish, yes. Right, so if we're looking at this, right, we took liquidity, we then closed underneath it, and then we tried rallying. We took a high, but we closed underneath this. So we're actually still technically bearish in the 15-minute time frame. Right, so this should put in a new high above this, I believe. 25s. Get this. Get bigger. Yeah, very well could. I mean, I'm trying to determine what's going on in here. If we get failure in here, then that to me is a major decision. I hesitated shorting in this, even though that would have given us, what? Almost 20 points there too. And the reason is because, not necessarily because I don't expect if this fails to be violent and be beautiful for this idea, but because we broke this here. We then tap back into it, and that launches us long. Second attempt at that CSD, I think if this trades back up, back up to here, then I'm yeah, you know, I do like this.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
If I get wrecked on this bullish candle, then I get wrecked. But I think that the 15-minute and lower, we should at least take the 606. I think if we're going to get sell pressure in here. Right, we put in a new high. Now we failed inside of our area we need to. But ideally, I like this to close bearish, obviously. Will we break even if it comes back up now? I want displacement away. Gotta go.
Order filled.
Don't like that. I think that we're still fine. I just don't like a lot about how it's delivering. Dirty 955. Yeah. Oh, did you? Good lad. That's all right. Didn't like how it was sweeping underneath. I like this a lot inside of the area with the possibility of drop, but bullish candle, we then swept it again into that gap, into this, and then boom. Right? So ran the highs, okay. We'll see what goes on. Happy with my execution there. Could have taken 10, 12 points, but wasn't what we were looking for. Right? It's that sort of sixth sense, which is such a cop-out, right? Like, oh, I felt that this was coming. No, I didn't. I just didn't like how this was delivering lower. And I've learned over the years, sometimes you get this, other times you get this. Valverse funded, what contract size do you trade and what do I recommend? Depends a lot on your system. If you're doing more swing trading, then I would probably use 5 or 6 micros. Five or six micros, about a 20-point stop or so, and then go from there. And you want to catch the meat of the move. If you trade more of a scalping type nature, like objective to objective, then like say you went short here with me, right? Then we want to ideally be positioned in this for this manipulation. In which case, if you're taking that short, I mean, depending on how on your win rate and whatnot, but like let's say we would even go like with a 10-point stop there. If you get involved here, and then you're looking at least for like 20 points, 20 to 30 points, right? This is your next target. Then you can go with even a mini, but that's if you're proficient in it. If you know that you're on the right side of the curve, right? So like bullish. Okay, like we want to be obviously selling here rather than here. Right, but that's if you have type stops and you're just kind of very execution focused. If you're doing 1-to-1s and you're still because I think you came from DTFX. So if you like study market structure under DTFX or Photon or pretty much anywhere else, you're essentially looking at like this, for example. Say we made a structural zone. Okay, so there's our midpoint. So what is that for risk? Let's say we drew it here. Let's say this. Well, it would probably be this one, I suppose. Right? So you got their long. Okay. So 16, 17 point stop. Right? And you got your target. Right? So 17 point stop. You got to make sure that you're inside the game for a long period of time. Right? The big thing is that you got to stay alive. I think a lot of people go, okay, well, if I'm making 40 points, why wouldn't I just trade a mini, even if I'm taking 20, 25 point stops? But there's the economic issue of trading that way, where all things considered equal, yeah, if your first points or first trade's a win, that works out great. What happens if your first trade's a loss and the next one's a winner, but you can't take it because you're already down, say $600 or something on your account? Right? So you get involved, and you get involved in a good trade, and you're up 5-10 points. You take it off in a little bit of a panic, and then it ends up working. Right, so here's our 5. Beautiful closure there. $15 did sweep everything out and done. Yeah, the morning session in the last bit has been very choppy. It's been very choppy, and then the expansion has been lovely. Yesterday was actually a prime example. This is something that that I'm going to go over for you guys that are in the group. We'll go over this in premium chat. Right, it's so sort of a matter of watching, waiting until, and this actually came. This beautiful trade came in just before 11 o'clock. Right, so you had this one and then this one, and that led to expansion. But the same sort of idea as this morning, except this actually ran the lows today. It didn't yesterday. So we'll see. I mean, there's implied SMT here. Maybe ES ran the lows and NQ did not. Who knows? And then this just led to a rocket ship. We didn't even sweep the lunch lows out. You would have expected this movement down to do that and then go. Instead, we've got lunch lows that are going to be left either for today, tomorrow, who knows? Who knows? 10:02 now. We got a 15-minute closure as well. Violent movement back in. Violent movement back in. Hey, Leo. Hey, Seth. Market's very choppy for me. Yes. Yes, I've been up. What have I been up? I think first trade would have been a beautiful trade had I held. That's annoying. And then, right, this candle was looking like it was going to close bearish, and it didn't. So that's what it is. And then this short again up like 10, 15 points, but not interested in that. Not interested in that. So we've got this now. All of a sudden that makes more sense. But it's important to know that this happened before this. So this is technically they're just scaling in here. That's not it's not mitigated the midpoint of our current swing. Morning, Marionette. Nisa. Come for the giveaways, stay for the sauce. Still no 5-minute gaps. None. Or 15s. Be a little surprising. Yeah, we got this balanced area here. I think it's more likely that we trade into this. Do we have to? No, we don't. We've already achieved trading down into this intermediate time frames area, right? You've already disrespected the midpoint of this. So we'll see. We'll see. Still sitting on my hands. I don't like how this didn't get swept, but I think that this is more of a retracement. We'll see. And only because there was so much intent here to shove us higher that I want to see what ends up happening around like 617 or so. This very well could be buying, ran everybody out, and then distribution. Sweeping that 5-minute low, which is great. If you guys are already involved, you want expansion here. Didn't quite hit the area that I wanted, so still sitting. How do you participate in giveaways? You just type something in the chat like you just did. I save the names on chat, and then we put your names into marble races. We end up having a lot of fun, don't we? That flat top is 654. We did not touch it yet. You probably want a little bit more expansion. That's the very, very good candle, obviously. Didn't quite hit the area that I liked, unfortunately, so I'm sidelined with this. I'll wait for something. If we break above, then we got another area of interest to risk off of. Otherwise, you got potential 1-minute failed CSD, potentially. If you get some sort of a stall candle, then I think we just lift off of that 5-minute sweep, which is probably the more likely option. And if not, then we're going to sweep again, and then we lift. Ideally, we lift. And at least, I mean, we took that flat top now, so that's a pool of liquidity, which is good. Finally into our area of interest. Violent.
Order submitted.
We'll see if it just dumps or if this is finalization of narrative and we trade back up at least to 26s. This trades through the open at 24, then I can probably go break even with this aggressive trade. There we go. Wow. Okay. That blasted through my target. If you guys are long, you're probably break even, and this is a very, very possible just rocket ship that's going to take the highs, depending on what happens on this candle. But it's this sort of stuff, right? This is the difference that makes the difference. Well, actually, that's not true. The difference that makes the difference is psychology. That's the wife's term. Not going to take that away. But in terms of your strategy, whether this fails or not, and you could argue that I should still be involved in them, But we're looking at waiting. This did not trade into the area that I wanted. Why this area? This is the area where buying stepped in, not this. Right? That gives you a bit of a reaction, fine. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does not. Right? So even this, beautiful. But I'm not long in here. And if that runs and you guys are involved, then like happy days. I want you guys to make money, obviously. God. Right? This very well could sweep this out and then go. Who knows? I don't like how that's reacting. But, and then hindsight 2020, cool, like taking your 20 points to your objectives. This is a bearish move. And we could tell that we failed that liquidity spot and the CSD area, so that's a valid short. I did not expect this. I thought that this very well could have done that, and this ended up just taking my target. Now, the reason that I was short biased here and was just flat out wrong, and I'm happy that I took that off for break even instead. And you could even argue, and you'd probably be right, that I was very fortunate to take it off where it was. Call that intuition. Call that sheer dumb luck. Who knows? But because I wanted the midpoint of the swing. CSD is not valid low or valid high. No, it's not. CSD is delivery. So if you look at this push up, right? You've got your last structural bullish candle is this one here. So a valid low, or sorry, valid high is closure underneath that. CSD is when we close underneath this. To me. And not different for the sake of being different, but it's this exact reason that I think that people that trade SMC or ICT, they're missing the idea. And then they find 4-second fair value gaps here or whatever to justify why their long didn't blast through. Or maybe they're only looking at discount and then this is irrelevant. Who knows? I don't trade that way. My point is that I don't look at the open of price for where it closes. I want to see displacement, which to me is a closure above. So this made a valid low. Right? This closed underneath that, and we closed above it. That's a valid low. But it didn't flip. Did not flip, man. Context. Context. Right? For this to flip, we actually need a closure above here. Retested fair value gap. Are you talking about the 15-minute one? This inversion here. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Oh man. Did we get a ping or something? What's with all the ETF shoutouts? Is Kai here? Look at all the love and chat for these guys, as they deserve it. Their promotions that they got going on are pretty boss. We'll have to watch that CSD video. Need to level up. That CSD video is probably the last bunch of content that I'm going to put out, both in the mentorship and in general. And those of you guys that are with us still, we're going to do workshops to level it up. Right? Because it becomes when the flip actually matters. When the flip actually matters. And in reality, that is essentially, in my opinion, the highest part of narrative. Itchy face. Sorry, let's. Right? The failure here sent us lower. And then the failure here, okay, well now we can rocket higher and we look at our lower time frame structure. But the multi-time frame analysis of delivery is actually insane. ES is just dumping, is it? Wow. ES targeting these. NQ's hanging out figuratively like up here. You probably get a flash drop on NQ at some point. We'll see. What do you guys think? More Battle Royale today? Or are we going to do more... are we going to do more races? What do you guys think? Battle Royale is fun as shit. Is that all there in the CSD video? Yeah. Yeah, it's... Our usual videos are what? Like 15, 20 minutes long, I think? This one's about an hour. This one's about an hour. How do I set my bias? I kind of work through. So if you're looking at bias, and I'm only doing this because I'm not taking a trade in this. I think we still have a little bit lower, but this is the area where we would expect to bounce. Right? We've now confirmed a zone on the 15-minute time frame. So those of you guys that like your one-to-ones, you're essentially looking at, do you get something like this? Right? Or is this finalization and we're just going to stop up? So there's a few different things on how I set my bias. The first one is I want to look at what the hourly does at 9 a.m. I want to look at what the hourly does at 9 a.m. And then how we look to open there. I rarely take trades. Underwood in here is absolutely destroying bias. And that was actually insane how, didn't they miss your short by like 2 ticks this morning, Matt? Right, so I'm looking for a manipulation of one of these, and then I've got an idea of what I want. So the first step, actually, is look at like the global time frames. So session zones, you've got Asia, you got London. London engulfed Asia. Where are we going? Very high probability that we take London highs. Boom. Immediate bias done for the day. We don't know, though, if this is going to go here, and then we flip, and then we are going to rocket ship and take it. We don't know. That's where price action comes in. Enter the first long that we took. So people will go long here, they'll go long here and get clapped. They'll go long in here and get clapped. So what do we got? We got a bearish move. Do we flip here? No. Did we flip here? Yes. Yes, we did. Did we flip back bearish? No. No. So what do we look for? Now you got a key area on the 1 minute time frame. Boom. Boom. And you're done. Literally done for the day off that one trade, assuming you traded accurately. So how I set my bias, it's a little bit of a cop-out answer, I suppose, but I'm looking at what the 15 minutes doing. Are we trading up? Are we trading down? Is that aligned with our higher time frame, which is pointing up? What's our hourly? Right? Did that flip? No. Did this flip? No. It flipped back. You're looking at this internal movement. We then flipped here. Rocket ship. So all of our time frames are pointing up. So now we're looking for our lower time frame to align with all of that. Here's your 15. Flip back bearish. Cool. We expect, unless this is a higher time frame accumulation, which it looks like it is, and we can tell that because the 15 failed. Right? We failed a CSD here. That should have delivered us lower. Lower where? To here? No. Why the hell we trade here? This isn't a structural zone. We're trading to here. Right? So you look at what the time frames are all doing in tandem with each other. Have we flipped on the 1 minute internally here? No. We're still bearish. Your 1 minute flipped here. Traded back in. We actually got a double top. That's violent. That's probably a decent short as well. This 1 minute has got to break your intermediate time frame, which is here. If it can't, we're just pulling back to go higher. Kaboom. For the same reason that this movement had to break below that 15 minute. We took the low, we took liquidity, but then we immediately closed up in here. Not an A plus short, but I like the double top and then the potential of trading lower. We just had to manipulate higher and then drop first. That is what it is. This to me should go lower. You got your 5 minute gap now. That 5 minute gap, very important area that it's inside the gap with. Right, so here's your gap. That displaced through this that broke the high. Very, very, very important. Trade into the midpoint of it. Low risk short, and you're looking for this unwind to go lower to at least trade into the midpoint of this current swing. I'm sure there's some sort of a model based off of this where you've got your I don't even know if this would be considered a breaker in ICT or not. For me, it's an SNDR for sure, and then you've got a 5 minute gap that aligns with it on the retest. I'm sure there's some sort of a model out there that deals with that. Lost an account due to choppiness. Okay. What's your system? What's your system? What's your entry model? Morning, Alejandra. Good morning. No, it doesn't. The rational thing is to shit all over yourself after you do something like that. How much constructive stuff comes out of that methodology? Type in the chat. Zero. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. Couple that with, what do you think, like, how do you think I would approach losing an account? Do you think I would approach it the same way? Boom, goodbye. All right, those of you guys that took the 5-minute fair value gap, you're up 50 points. 50 points. Now, if you took systematic trades, and there was enough systematic trades today to blow an account, and you had that poor of a turnout of your system, then fine. That's okay. Anything other than that, there's multiple things to work on. This is the second distribution you're essentially looking for. Lower time frame flip, right? Bullish movement, lower time frame flip, trades back in, fails. There's nothing for this to flip up to. So we expect it to not flip here. That flip has got to generate an intermediate time frame break, which is this. We did that. We snapped. Is this a credible low? Yes or no? Those of you guys that have been around for a while. Is this a credible low, or do we expect it to be taken? Take care, Matthias. Hope work goes smoothly for you, my bro. Yeah, it's not a credible low. We haven't taken the liquidity of it. We traded back down to the origin of this move, which was left unmitigated. People expect to bounce out of there. They got it. Love it. Let's go. But this is a retracement. Grab a good short, took off at 551. Oh, get some fire in the chat for Matt, guys. Get some fire in the chat for Matt. Watching the progress of some of you guys in the group, it's actually insane. Over the last year of immersion and watching this, like watching the growth of some of you guys is it's probably the best thing to come out of starting this. Look at that, Matt. There you go, buddy. Well deserved. Well deserved. Now, I was too busy yapping. I missed that short, unfortunately. I think I was going over bias or something. Who knows? So you got this. You got this inside of this area, right? Not a structural area. We would expect this liquidity to be taken. That low specifically at 537, barring any major imbalances or whatnot, which we don't have there. We have on the 4 hour. We do have on the 4 hour. We do have a credible imbalance in the 4. So we'll see what ends up happening with this. Okay, so there's the midpoint already done. This is a nice little sweep. Nice little sweep. Almost 1030. There's your first imbalance, a good one, but I don't think I'd be shorting off of this, even though it will likely end up working. Morning, Esvin. Are we green? Is Demetrius still here? Send me a message on Discord, my bro. We'll chat as well. See if I can help out with everything that happened today to bounce back from it hard. Okay. Red, follow my rules. I'm happy about it. Okay. Love that you've detached from the outcome. That's awesome. Credible imbalance. Right? Sweep and fail. Unloading. Last shout out as well, by the way. I reposted it on Twitter. But it's like I'm very, very happy, grateful, and thankful for the ETF team that's given away so many accounts and everything for you guys. It's really, really cool. But watching you guys actually put some to work. There's a gentleman in here that requested a $5,000 payout recently from the DTF accounts that we give away. And I just wanted to give Boyo a shout out. Phenomenal trading, bro, and well deserved. It's kind of the reason that we do all this, right? To see the success and to be able to facilitate that stuff. So, grats, my bro. Very well deserved. Very, very well deserved. I think it's solo trades in here, you guys that are seeing. So look forward to seeing more of the same and more of your success come in, man. Right? Getting accounts, getting free accounts, getting, even evaluations that are passed, all of that, right? It's all cool. This is a 15-minute sweep, by the way, so caution. Caution, caution, caution. The goal is trading consistently. And at the end of the day, the goal is to make money. We make money by following our primary directive, which is managing risk. You manage risk, you take care of that end, you stay in the game, you continue leveling up and learning, and eventually you will get paid for that, period. It's a function of resilience, but you've got to be able to stay alive. There's no sense making $500, $600, $800, $1,000 a day for 2 weeks and then blowing that in one day. Nonsense. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. That's usually a lesson where you look at other people and you go, nah, that wouldn't happen to me. Those degenerates. Jesus, those degenerates. And by the way, that happens to people that have $100 million in their trading account, or a lot more than that. It's not a function of how much is left. Doesn't matter how good of a trader, how much they've got back in them. You're one really, really bad trade, one decision to not accept that you're wrong, away from absolute catastrophe. That's the career you've chosen. This is a 15-minute sweep. We should retest this 74 and then this high. Looks like we're creating a bit of an SNDR to do so. All right, this is your 5. There's your 15. Inside of your 4-hour gap. Everybody green? Are we good? Do you guys want to do some marbles now or what? Green stalking one more. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Hey, is that a Mendez I spot? Mendez, let's go, buddy. What's up, man? The legend from down under. The legend from down under. A wild Mendez. A wild Mendez. That takes me back. That's like my childhood in a sentence. Grade 6. Playing red. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. You know what? We'll give a few people a few chances. Right? And then I'm sure the wifey wants to ping everybody. She loves pinging everybody. Okay, type in the chat. Oops. Type anything in chat to enter. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Make sure I've got chat being saved. Chat being saved. Remember the X crowd? Yes, I will. I've got their I got their names in there. I think I did it before 6:30 in the morning. So anybody who did that afterwards, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. Put me in, Coach Zach. Zach's been top 5 in a lot of races recently, so. And for God's sake, lads, join the school community. Those of you guys that aren't involved yet. My God. There is... That's like a mentorship in itself, all the psychology stuff in there. It's outrageous. I manifest it. All right. All right. Seven minutes. 7 minutes. Got to work on responding, but I'm liking. Awesome. The CSD video's there for people that are of a high level on school. Can't stop, won't stop. That's rough. Ooh. Chop, 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 chop. Drop, bass, drop, bass, drop, bass. I think we talked about this. Where are we heading? I think we've definitely got this low. 537. But we've got some violent movement, don't we? Look at this. Just goes, goes, goes. This one too. Just spikes up, trades sideways. Not even a how's your father. Just drops. See you later. What goes on here? Super Saiyan Scalper. All right. Love the name. Love the name. That's my childhood. It's my childhood as well. The age-old question. Who would win? Superman or Goku? Who's stronger? We had Teletoon. We had Teletoon. I love everybody coming in. Everybody coming in and weighing in. I think so too. I think that's fair. DC is such a like Marvel's so much better than DC. It's not even a question. Hey, Bull, I won an account yesterday, still no code. Do I just wait? Yes. Yes. We haven't gotten them yet. We'll reach out today as well after these because we'll be getting some more as well. I think they're very, very busy on the back end. We haven't left you hanging. We're just waiting. Pretty much. Pretty much. Expect it to continue. So people that are longing or shorting, they're taking their profits, which creates ranges. The trick is identifying when you expect a range to occur. When do you expect a range to occur in here? How soon do we know this is going to be a range? Right? Leaning bearish. Leaning bearish, right? But you get a valid low, then you get a valid high. And our expectation is that this breaks structure. It does not. So people cover. Anybody who's long for whatever stupid reason, they take it off there. Anybody who's short, they take it off there. And all of a sudden you're respecting the wombo combo on both sides on your lower time frame. Call me Yo Ma. 2 minutes. Bluetooth funded today. Hopefully I win something. Yes, I hope you win something too. Same thing applies to you as Demetrius. If you want to chat, we can chat a little bit in Discord or something. What time's the giveaway? In 2 minutes. I will be saving the chat. And by the way, these days and yesterday, that's when accounts get blown. This is why when VIX is underneath 17, the vast majority of traders are not profitable. I mean, the vast majority of traders aren't profitable even in perfect conditions. Like shit. Right? But certainly when VIX drops, because all of a sudden we can't sell here and make money. Why that candle, not this one? This one we can justify, well, it's been rallying, so I want to buy here, and then they get clapped. And then they sell here and they get clapped. When things tighten up, or we're expecting direction and the price is telling us that it doesn't want to. What do we need to do to get in for the giveaway? You just did by typing something in chat. This beautiful little love letter that I made for all you guys on chart. Now, typing more in chat does not get you more entries. Although I appreciate the chat and the chatter. You guys got 7 seconds before something happens, and I'm going to save the chat. 7 seconds. Plus 10 because I love chess. There we are, there we are. I see a wild Stallone. Where you been hiding, my bro? Battle Royale it is. This is likely trading up to this area of interest. You're in a 5-minute fair value gap. Is it super credible? Not particularly. It didn't really, I mean, it displaced through that low, sure, but I think 1 and then 2, neither of them failed to break structure. All right, ChatGPT, do your thing. ChatGPT, do your thing. Where's my other one? Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. You have so many chats. Do the same for this spreadsheet. Oh, that 5-minute. Ooh. Ooh. Who likes winning at marbles more than anything else during the week? Analyzing, analyzing, analyzing. Make sure that that's correct. Right? So I think we still head down to this area at 511. Still think we head lower. Traded finally into this area of interest. Down she goes. Today is the day, people are saying. Let's go. They are 50s. They are 50s. All right. All right. Move this out of the way, shall we? We good? We see it? Let's do it. Battle Royale. Battle Royale. I'm pumped about that trade. Smashed it. Matt, you've been on fire, bro. Congrats. We're going to go with Winter Wonderland and let's get everybody in here. Put the little one in as per usual. We'll do a small little move. And I got to add a bunch of names from you guys that those of you guys that were on Twitter, Yusef gets an extra one. And we got Edo11R. We got Poyaki. Thank you for those of you guys that followed and retweeted all this. Sunday Brahma. Hamza gets an extra one as well. Legend. Turtle Sniper. Piano Trader. Yoshi Trader. Viper. Spag. AD. We got CR77 Trader. And then we've got Power Investor. 128 people. 128 people, lads. You guys should all be in this. I'll take Stream Elements in, they can go away. Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? What is going on here? All right. All right. Okay, we're going to do the first one for those of you guys that were here, and then I'll redo it. Okay, so if you guys were here late, get here earlier next time. You guys better like the stream as well. Not playing around today. Not playing around today. You guys hopping in at 10:52. My goodness. Here we go. Good luck. If you're not in yet, we'll put you in for the next one. Here we go. A battle royale. Viper first death. See ya, bro. I see some people already down at low health. Zach. Oh, Zach. Sorry, bro. Oh, MW is going to go. Niznos almost gone. Who's going to make it to the top 10? It's hard to see when your marble goes. You almost just got to like look for your name at the right. We're already down to 39, 38. There's Pip. Yoshi Trader still there. Victor still alive. Good lads. Abe, I saw Abe. 25 left. We're getting down. Oh, there's Pip. That was a power move. People jumping in. This is chaotic. Down to 17. Who's going to end up with most? Oh, Pix is still in it. Pix has got a lot of health. Pix! Oh, he's after Spaghetti. Or no, he's not.
Black hole.
Oh, that is nonsense. Nonsense. The only one that got cracked by the black hole as well. 11 left. Almost a top 10 sitch.
Top 10 situation.
All right. Precious Trade. Where are you? Wick for stops. There you go. The leaderboard only shows when there's 10 left. Oh, spaghetti.
Tornado.
A tornado? Excuse me? This map's chaotic. Five left. Yeah, I think we'll do a race next. Oh, is it Ray Phillips? Ray Phillips, are you here? Where is he? Getting tossed around. There you are. You might have it, bro. You might have it. Oh, that missed.
We have a
Hey! Ray Phillips. All right. Ray Phillips. Congrats. All right. Okay, let's get all you stragglers in there. Super quick. Super quick. Okay. Let's do the Dyna. Let's do the diner. I'll add those of you guys that that join a little bit later. I'm gonna add you guys in right now. Just waiting for ChatGPT. There we go. So we got the little extra ones here, as you guys can see. Lots of commas, I don't know why. Good old ChatGPT. All right. $136. We'll do the diner, and here you guys go. Here you guys go, here you guys go. Good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Everybody should be in the list if you've been here. If not, show up earlier next time. I actually redid it for you guys as well. So this encompasses people that have been here literally the last couple hours. Oh, he's going for it. I love it. Marionette Love. Did we do the diner? Is this the diner? It is the diner, yeah. Oh, is that a speed up? That's kind of cool. Viper and Ulysses. Ooh, ooh. Oh no! Sing and GM. Where'd Zach go? Where am I? I'm never top 10. Ever. Like, what the hell? Viper running away. Ulysses hot on his tail. Nebula in there as well. Good lads. Look at these guys. Melody Trader, what's going on, man? You guys hanging out way back here. That's not the way. That's not the way. There's no death on this, it looks like, or at least a couple of them. Poco, or Paco, Viper, Viper. I think he's from Twitter as well. Good lad. Good lad. Bunch of good top tens. Viper was hauling. What the hell? These guys straggling. I think we're gonna see a lot of fire. These guys hanging out still up top. There's the wifey. Demetrius in there. Melody. Oh, Natus, bro. Oh, here it comes, man. Here it comes. Oh! There they go. Here they go. Cooked. Man bear cooked. Aesthetic. Cooked. Right, bro. Ah, you got it. Good luck. Viper. Viper. All right. Viper. Good lads. Okay. Yeah, gonna call it here, lads. Green morning, obviously. Could have been extremely green. Could have been extremely green. Missed the 5 minute. I gotta stop doing analysis, I think, when there's big trades that are on deck. But that's for me, not for you guys, obviously. And yeah. Okay. Message me either on Discord or school. I'm gonna put the school in the chat as well. You guys that are not in this community yet, it's free. It's absolutely insane if you guys aren't in there with all the value that we're providing there for free. So get your ass in there. And yeah, we'll run it back tomorrow. We'll get some more greens, and away we go. Okay, lads. Have a good morning. If you're still trading, we've got targets lower. Bye 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 bye.